Happy New Year! Happy New Year! Oh my gosh! Happy New Year, everyone! I hope you came. What? Anyway, welcome back to the series. When I was 8 years old, I went to Nigeria. So, where I left off was I was talking about how my uncle was. I was trying to explain what a piñata was, that whole thing, and yeah. So the party's over. We were in Lagos for a couple of days, and it's finally time for us to go to my grandmother, or where she lived at that point in time. So I remember so I don't remember driving to my aunt. So at some way, somehow, we get to my auntie and uncle's house. I assume we drove. Duh. We drove to my auntie and uncle's house. And I'm like, oh, okay, is this where we're gonna stay? But I get the sense from the adults that no, this is not where we're gonna stay. We are just we're waiting, we're biding our time, just waiting. It's like, oh, okay, so we're waiting, we're there, the adults are talking for hours, and I'm just kind of there why are we still here? I'm just like, if this is not where grandma lives, then where does grandma live? So we're there for a couple of hours. We're just waiting, the Phineas and Ferb song, and we're watching and waiting. So we're waiting. And it's night time. It is dark, pitch black outside. And my grandmother's like, okay, time to go. And I'm just kind of I'm ready to sleep. And now you're saying it's time to go? So me, my younger sibling, and my grandmother, we finally, in the middle of the night, make my way to my grandmother's house. I remember I was just where are we? I would learn later that my grandmother did this by design. There's this whole thing where Nigerians, I think it's a West African, maybe a lot of African thing where you don't let people know when you're traveling or when you're moving, so in case they want to do anything to you, etc. So that's probably why we moved the way we did. But anyway, we get there in the middle of the night. And I remember for the next 3 days, my grandmother doesn't let us leave the house, where she's just kind of you don't need to go anywhere. Just stay right here. Stay here. So I remember when I'm in Nigeria and I'm in my grandmother's house, there's a lot of okay, I can't say a lot of memories are coming back, but certain things are coming back to me. So the thing is, before I went to Nigeria when I was 8 years old, I actually lived in Nigeria when I was around 2-ish years old. I have a couple of memories from back then. I remember my grandfather would pick us up every single day after school, take us to the nearest shop, and he'd get us snacks, me and my older sibling. I remember my older sibling being the best at being able to throw sticks and rocks and stuff at the mango tree in our schoolyard. And so the days that my grandfather didn't pick us up, we would be walking home eating our mango or whatever. I remember my school uniform. So I wore a blue dress with checkered, the skirt was checkered, white and blue and something like that. I remember we had a red and blue, we had a red gym exercise outfit. These things are coming back to me, and I'm trying to ask my grandmother oh, where is this specific uniform? Do you still have it? Can I have it? And she does not know what I'm talking about. And I'm over here I know I remember this. I remember this. Because I just remember I was it was itchy. I didn't like wearing it because it was itchy, but I remember I was oh, I wonder if it's still around in my grandmother's house. But no, it wasn't. But yeah, I remember, I think she might have still had the dress, but I can't say that. But yeah, we're there in the house for a couple of days, and my grandmother's she's trying to be accommodating. She can tell that especially me, I was a very sensitive. I'm still a pretty sensitive person. But she's just kind of oh, what do you guys want to eat every single day? She's very attentive to our needs. It's what do you want to eat? And every day I'm I have fallen in love with Nigerian bread that the sellers we'd see carrying on their heads as they're moving through our neighborhood. I was I want the bread that costs 20 naira. I'm saying this every single day. One day my grandmother looks at me, is you're a thief. You're a She was why? No, but yes, we were in the house for a couple of days. After I want to say day 3, my grandma was okay, you can finally go out into the neighborhood and play. And that's when I had met with so many people who were like, oh my gosh, you guys are back. Do you remember me? And he's just kind of like, no. And it's like, I used to do this. Do you remember? And it's like, no. Craig of the Creek captures that so well.
Hey, little Jessica, do you know who I am? No. You don't remember Aunt Kimmy? I used to change your diapers.
But yeah, it was being reacquainted. Everyone's like, do you remember? And I'd be like, I don't. And everyone kind of like laughing and making fun of us that we didn't remember, like, oh, when you were in Nigeria, blah, blah, blah. Like, but yeah, I remember from the small memories I have when I was like, I want to say I was 4 or 5. I was relatively young. I was younger. I can't say, I might have been 4, but there are a few memories I have, like, or at least fabricated memories from what people have told me. They told me that like there was a woman in the neighborhood who sold bread every single morning, and every time she saw me, she absolutely adored me. So like, she refused to take any money from me every time I would go and buy bread from her. And I was always sent to go and buy bread from her. My grandmother would literally give me money and be like, don't come back with this money. Knowing damn well that when I go to this woman, she will refuse to take money from me because she loves me so much. And it's just kind of like, can y'all stop doing this to me? Like, stop. There was, I wish I remembered more, but I don't. There were a few kids in the neighborhood who was like, oh, we used to play and we used to take care of you all the time, da da da. Like, they were a little bit older than me. And I was just kind of like, I never. Yeah, it was like a type of reunion. Like, it's unfortunate, but it's not unfortunate. I find it beautiful when people have memories of you that you yourself don't even know. In the sense that like, it's a way to know that like when you were a child, you were cared for, you were safe, you were loved, you were taken care of. And for you to not have those memories, but for them to have such positive, strong, like, oh yes, we used to love you, we used to take care of you, we used to be there for you. That is very heartwarming. It's very heartwarming. I may not always remember, but the fact that they remember you while you don't remember them, that part can be sad. But the fact that they still remember the smallest, minute details, I think is very heartwarming. But yeah. But yes, with our arrival in the middle of the night, and after the 3 days that we spent just chilling at my grandmother's house, it was time for the summer to officially begin. And what a summer it was. Like, yeah, sure, all that precursor stuff was there, but at my grandmother's house, that's where she really popped off. And it was gonna be a summer to remember. But yeah, so I'll leave it at there for now. But I'm excited to tell some of this. Like, okay, a little bit of a side tangent here, but at one point I knew I wanted to do this for a long time, because at one point I wrote like in my notes section on my phone that like, oh, I'm going to tell this story. What do I remember? So I typed it all out. So I was literally looking for notes earlier today, and I found it, and I was like, yes! So I'm so excited. I can't wait to, I'm going to really dig into these memories. I'm gonna be like, what do y'all remember? Excuse me. I'm gonna be like, what do y'all remember? But yeah. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a safe and welcoming new year. And well, 2026, this content creation game, I'm ready to play because I want to win. So here's to the goals I've written down for myself. And yeah. So as a reminder, stay safe,